What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emma if you're new here, and I love to talk about all things Peloton cycling and fitness. So be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post every single Sunday. And today's video I thought would be nice to sit down and chat about kind of like a gym update. I've now been going to Equinox for about 3 months, and I feel like I have shown you like what I'm doing there and how I feel about like day by day specifics, but I kind of wanted to talk about like overarching what I've noticed, if I like it, if I dislike it, and like what my future plans are. Spoiler, I do really like it, but I'll also, talk about the cons as well. So we can just get right on into it. I will start with what I have really been enjoying about the gym. I would say that the gym like breaks down into group fitness workout classes and then like what I do at the gym besides the group fitness workout classes, and I like both. I'll talk about both, but I'm going to start with the group fitness classes. So I feel like, at least compared to Peloton, and obviously there's like not much Peloton can do about this, you just like bond so much more with the people that you're actually doing the class with. Now that I've been at it for a couple months and I go to like the same class every week, there's people that I recognize there every week and like talk to them like, hey, what's up? How are you? Which is nice. I also feel like I've like bonded with the instructors. Like they definitely get to know you if you keep showing up to their class. So I definitely think that that is a really cool aspect. And I do feel like Peloton has a really strong community and the instructors are great, but like Ben Aldis will never know who I am. And that's totally fine. And I still love him, but it's cool that the instructors at Equinox that I go to every week like know who I am and at least know like a little bit about me. And I feel like that makes it just like a little more personal and I really enjoy it. I also think knowing the instructors and knowing the people around you kind of pushes me to work hard. Definitely on Peloton, I wasn't slacking, but I feel like sometimes I would like get in a mood where I wouldn't be happy with what the instructor was saying. And at that point, it's really easy to exit a class or to just like do something else. But when you're in person, I like feel bad not doing what the instructor's saying. So I'm going to be doing whatever they're going to say, which definitely leads to like a little bit of a tougher workout because someone's kind of like being tough on you, when with Peloton, you kind of have to be like self-motivated. So I kind of like it, kind of dislike it. Like obviously I dislike it in the moment if I don't want to be doing the move, but it is like for the better of me to do whatever the instructor is saying. So I really do like that. The instructors like push me to be my best. I also feel like it took a while to figure out exactly like what instructors I vibed with, what classes I vibed with, because they offer like a bunch of different classes and some of them, like the names don't mean anything basically. Like they're just different strength classes that all have different names. So you just have to go to a bunch and see what you like, see what instructors you like. But now I would say around the 2-month mark is when I finally like hit a really good stride and figured out exactly what classes I wanted to do. So now I pretty much do the same classes every week. Like obviously if something looks interesting or there's a sub for someone, like I would consider mixing it up. And Equinox does change the schedule every month to try to like optimize people getting in the classes, but they don't change it like that much. So my schedule is Monday, I do an hour-long yoga class, which is amazing. And then Tuesday, I do a boxing cardio class, which would not usually be my jam. I actually really dislike the boxing classes on Peloton, but I find that the instructor is just so lively and I like really vibe with him. So I really enjoy the class. And yeah, I just go to that every week now. It's kind of cool to like get different cardio in than just cycling and running. And then he also like throws in some squats and strength. So you're getting like a little bit of strength, but mostly cardio. Then on Wednesday, I do cycling. Thursday, I do bar. Friday, I don't have any class I like, so I typically go to the gym, do run, do weightlifting. Saturday, I do Tabata Max, which is like a strength cardio fusion, which is also very hard and lots of Tabata, so definitely pushes me. And Sunday, I also do cycling. I do like 3 cardio heavy classes, the 2 cycling and the boxing, and then 3 more strength focused classes, so yoga, bar, and Tabata Max. And I find that that's a really good balance for me. Throughout the week, I'll also to like throw in a run on the treadmill or do weightlifting. I try to lift weights at least twice a week. So I feel like I just get a really good mix of classes and like diversity while also still like working towards my goals of like keeping my cardio fitness, but trying to gain muscle, which is still what I'm trying to do. It's definitely not the easiest thing, but I am working at it. I also don't have dedicated rest days. When I was doing Peloton, I typically would rest one of the weekend days, but actually the 2 weekend classes are like some of my favorite classes. So I really try not to rest on the weekends, but I'm finding as, you know, the world is opening up still that I'm just busier in general. And, you know, once or twice a week, something will pop up and I can't go to like the gym that day. So I just kind of have more natural rest days, but I don't plan on it. And then I also have active recovery days where, you know, on a Monday where I'm feeling like I need a rest day, I'll just do the yoga and I won't do any like weightlifting or run after it. So I'm definitely still getting the activity in, but not something that's going to like stress out my body a lot. And then I also have been foam rolling like crazy, which I also think helps with recovery and like being able to keep pushing yourself. Another thing I enjoy about the classes at Equinox is that they're just longer. When I was doing Peloton, I was just doing way too many things. I was doing like 10 minutes of bar, 10 minutes of yoga, 10 minutes of strength, 30 minutes of cycling, you know, stretches, all of these things. And I feel like it's much more effective to one day a week do like 40 minutes of strength or 40 minutes of yoga compared to like splitting it up into other days. Especially for yoga and bar, I feel like it's more effective to do it for a longer time. Like for yoga, we typically do like easier moves and then we kind of at the 15-minute mark move into, you know, more complex yoga flows for about 30 minutes. And then we have like 15 more minutes of like stretching and easier moves again. And I feel like that entire class is just structured way better than like trying to throw in a 10-minute yoga flow every once in a while. And I feel like I get a lot better benefits for my body, especially the yoga. I feel like I've seen a lot of flexibility increases since I've started doing it more seriously and for a longer time. Even though I only do it once a week, I feel like that one time a week I do it, I'm really focused on it. It's my only really big goal of the day. Like I might do other exercises, but yoga is like the focus. And I feel like I improve a lot from just doing like that and having it as my main focus for one day a week. So I really appreciate the longer classes. I also feel that way about bar. Like those are the two biggest ones, but really all of them, it's nice to just like have one main thing to focus on. And originally when I started Peloton, like I was just doing cycling, so I only had one thing to focus on. And then since then I have wanted to gain muscle, so I was like trying to add strength and it was just getting like way too overwhelming and I don't feel like I was structuring the classes well. Before I started doing Peloton, like I wasn't super into fitness, so I really didn't know what I was doing when I joined Peloton. And I don't think it's a bad thing. I think like your whole fitness journey, you'll just continue to learn like what works for you. But I feel like I was really over exercising before I joined Equinox. Like at one point I was just riding an hour on the bike every day, which honestly is a lot in itself. And then I was trying to add like the hardcore on the floor calendar, which is another 40 minutes. And it was just getting ridiculous that some of my workouts could be like up to 2 hours. I feel like some people can work out 2 hours every day, but for me, I feel like Equinox has helped me pare down how long I work out, and I'm still getting like better gains than when I was on Peloton. So I just feel like it's totally my fault. Like it's not Peloton's fault that I was over exercising on Peloton, but I think it was more that I didn't know what I was doing well and I didn't have like the support to make a better structure for myself. So I feel like joining Equinox was like a really good choice, and the classes have really helped me like focus in on what I'm doing more. I'm definitely making more gains too. Like every once in a while I ride the Peloton, and even though I'm not riding every day, my output is either staying the same or going up still, which is crazy because when I started doing the strength classes, my output was really tanking because the strength classes were like killing me, and then I was getting on the bike and trying to perform the same way that I did before I was doing the strength classes. But now it feels really good to get on the bike. Like it's not every day, which I do really like cycling, so it's sad that I don't get to cycle every day, but I just feel like I feel so much better. I'm so much more stronger, and I also feel like my flexibility has really increased, and I'm also definitely a way better runner now because I've been running more, while I'm also not seeing any decreases on the bike. So I'm really getting like the best of everything. So I feel like this has really worked out well for me. And then the last thing that I really enjoy about the classes is just the variety. Like, I was doing a lot of different things on Peloton, but I was doing a lot of different things every single day. So it never really seemed like I was doing anything different. Like, I was doing strength, I was doing yoga, I was doing the bike, but I did like a mishmash of all of those things every day. So I was definitely getting like more burnt out, and it wasn't ever super bad, but I can even tell now, like, for Peloton, I would look forward to my rest day, which is totally fine to look forward to your rest day. But now that I'm at Equinox, like, I don't really want to have rest days, and I like force myself to take them because I know I'm missing a fun class. But like, obviously I know that I do need rest days, but I feel like I've like redeveloped a passion for fitness, and that like I'm way more excited to work out every day than I used to be. So that's the last thing that I really enjoyed about the classes. The instructors are super fun. Obviously, I still love Peloton. I still do a lot of Peloton runs. Every once in a while, I'll do Peloton biking if I don't have time to go to the gym. But overall, been really, really enjoying the Equinox classes and instructors and being in person and just enjoying like interaction with other people. I will say I am a remote worker. I feel like I mentioned this a lot, but it's hard. Like, with the remote work, I don't see anybody during the day. Like, my boyfriend leaves, he goes to medical school, and I'm here and I'm on my computer, and it's nice to have some socialization like before that starts. So I feel like that's also a really big part of this for me. Now I'm going to talk about the non-group fitness class aspects of the gym that I also like, and I feel like the first two are probably going to be unpopular opinions. But A, I like getting out of my house because I work from home, so it's nice to start off the day by like going somewhere. And then B, I actually like the rigid class time schedules. I guess this is kind of related to classes still, but I like having to be somewhere at a specific time. Especially, I'm very fortunate that my job is very relaxed and I can kind of like work my own hours as long as I'm getting my work done. So if I want to work like 10 to 6, that's fine, or 9 to 5. But it's nice to have some structure in my life. So it's like, okay, I need to set an alarm, get up, and go to this class at 7:30 a.m. And it's nice to have that structure. I know I'm very fortunate that I don't have that structure in my life, but I enjoy it through Equinox. I know that's not going to be everybody's cup of tea, but I found that I really enjoy it, and it helps me like not sleep super late. I never sleep until like 10 a.m. or something like that, but if I don't set an alarm, I'll just like kind of lay in bed and not get out of bed for a while. But if I have to reason to get up, I'll get up and get my day going. So I really like that about the gym. The other thing is I actually really enjoy heavy lifting. Who knew? I definitely didn't, but I don't think I can ever go back to dumbbell classes on the Peloton. Those are great, but they're kind of like strength cardio combined, because essentially the workout you're getting is just doing the rep a lot because you're not doing heavy weight. When I prefer to do heavier weight and do less reps and really feel like I'm like focusing on muscle gains. So I don't know. I think that it would be really hard to stop going to a gym completely. There is a gym in my apartment building, which I think I could get away with. Like, there's enough equipment there that I could still do heavy lifting, but it's definitely something that I didn't necessarily expect. It was something I wanted to try when I joined Equinox, but I've actually found a lot of enjoyment in it. And yeah, it's just a very different way to exercise. It's really, really interesting. Like, it's very different than cardio, obviously, but I've been really enjoying it so far. Enjoy all the equipment that Equinox has. Like, they literally have anything that you could possibly want, and it's not too busy, so I never find that I really have to wait for like a machine. Sometimes I'll have to like restructure my workout. So like, if I see someone on the machine, I'll do something else first, and then when they get off, I'll like make a beeline to it. But for the most part, I like don't have a problem using the equipment, and yeah, I've really, really been enjoying it. Related to the equipment, they do have Woodway treadmills, which are very expensive treadmills, but they are amazing. I really feel the difference when I run on them compared to a cheaper treadmill now. I'm not like super well versed in treadmills, but the band is better. Like it doesn't move around as much. Like sometimes when I'm running on a cheap treadmill and you put your foot down, I can like feel the band shake, and that does not happen on these treadmills. It has very high incline, very high speed. Like I just feel like it's a really high quality treadmill. I don't know if it's in my mind, but I feel like I feel less sore from it the next day compared to a different treadmill. I definitely felt that when I visited San Francisco and worked out on the treadmill in the hotel gym. And I'm like, wow, I've gotten way too used to this like super nice treadmill. So even that is like a plus in itself to just have access to like such nice equipment. I also really like that everybody around me is very, very motivated. I do think it's partly because Equinox is such an expensive gym. So if you're not serious about fitness, it's unlikely that you'll join, but I really like that everybody is, you know, working hard. Like there's people running on treadmills, there's a lot of people lifting heavy weights. Like it's just a good vibe in my opinion. There's also a lot of people with personal trainers, which I kind of like because I look and like see what the personal trainers are like having them do because I'm just curious. Like I feel like I have gotten feedback with what other people do on Peloton, but it's way easier to just like see it every day and like see what other people are doing to work out. So I've really, really appreciated that. And that was like something I didn't really think of before I joined. Also, it wouldn't be a true Equinox video without saying the perks are obviously amazing. First off, I just love like not sweating where I live. It's so nice to leave, get sweaty, like use sweat towels and just leave them at Equinox. Someone else can wash them. That has to be so gross, but it just feels really good to like sweat, shower, and then be clean when I come home already. I feel like that's so nice, and there's so much like better separation between working out and just like enjoying life casually. I also really love the steam room. I go in that like every single time that I wash my hair, just because it's so nice and relaxing. And I think it also is supposed to like promote muscle recovery. It just feels very, very good. And then they also have cold eucalyptus smelling towels, which smell very good and feel very good after a hard run. So they definitely take care of you with perks. And obviously like none of that stuff is things that you need to work out, but it just makes working out like even more enjoyable, which, you know, that's always the goal. And then finally, I really like that I can stack classes with running or weightlifting. I feel like that's like the big thing. If I went to some sort of like studio fitness class, like F45 or Orange Theory, where you're gonna get a great workout in the class, but then if you want to do anything that's not the class, like you're kind of just stuck. Like there's no option to do that. And I know me, like if I was going to those classes, I wouldn't come home and then go to the gym now. Like that'd be so crazy. So it's nice that everything is just like in one place at Equinox. And I feel like that's like the biggest perk of it, that it has all the group classes that I can enjoy. But then if I want to do my own thing, I can also do my own thing. I can also stretch out there. Like it's just nice that they have everything that you could possibly need. So that's probably my favorite thing. So those were kind of all the things that I've liked about the gym. I feel like it's a lot. I've really been enjoying it. I do have a couple of dislikes, but they're kind of like wishy-washy. So the first one is like also class rigidity, which I said at the beginning I liked it because I liked that there was a schedule, but then sometimes it's like things come up, I can't get to the gym at 7:30 a.m. I want to fit in a lunchtime workout. Like it's just not that practical to go to the gym. In that case, I'm very fortunate that I have a gym in this building with Pelotons. So I usually, you know, hop on the Peloton or like go on a treadmill walk in my gym. If it's something where I like need to fit in a really short workout, like the gym is not great for that. The other thing that kind of goes hand in hand in that is I can walk to the gym. It's about a 10-minute walk. I really like that walk because it's kind of like some extra cardio if I don't do cardio that day. Like it's nice out in LA, it doesn't rain a lot, so it's a nice walk. And I don't think I would like the gym as much if I had to drive. I'm just like not a big driver, and I feel like that's like a big barrier to me going places. Like if I have to drive, it's way more frustrating than if I just have to walk 10 minutes. And then also like related to fitting in a workout, it's not that easy to even like fit in a workout with a 10-minute walk. I can't even imagine like a drive. Like you're not going to drive somewhere on your lunch break and work out for like 30 minutes and then drive home. It's just not worth it. If you have a really hectic schedule or you just need to fit in something, I could really see it being an issue. And then with class rigidity, it's basically like if I miss a class in the morning, they have classes at night, but it's just not like the class I want to take, right? Like I like my morning classes now, so I want to take those every week. And yeah, it's just like if you can't make that time, you just can't take the class, which definitely is like the best part of Peloton, right? Like ease of use and the fact that you can take any class you want at any time. And kind of a good and bad thing is that like once you're in a class, you pretty much have to stick with it. Like yes, theoretically you could just get up and leave, but like I'm never going to do that. So if I start a class and I'm like, wow, I'm actually like not in the mood to do yoga, or I'm not in the mood to do bar, or this is harder than I thought it was going to be, like I'm pretty much stuck taking it, which is a good thing because it pushes me and like doesn't let me just quit things when they get hard. But it's also a bad thing if I like actually don't like the class for some reason and like want to leave, I'm kind of just stuck taking it. So that's definitely like double-edged sword, but I feel like in general I'm pretty happy with the classes and I'm never like, oh my god, this is absolutely miserable, I can't wait to leave. And I feel like the place I'm actually the pickiest is cycling. So if they're really doing stuff that I don't want to do, I kind of just like do my own thing. Kind of related, they do a lot of out of the saddle work at Equinox, but I think that's true for like a lot of spinning studios compared to Peloton, because I feel like some instructors on Peloton do a lot of out of the saddle, but I definitely lean towards instructors that do a lot of in the saddle work. So sometimes when the Equinox instructor is like out of the saddle, I'm like, not today. But those were my dislikes. Obviously, like nothing that I can't deal with. And I feel like they don't annoy me that much because of the place that I am in my life right now. And that's kind of what I was going to end on, is that I am really loving my gym experience right now. I don't really have plans to like quit and go back to Peloton, but I could definitely see myself do it in the future. Circumstances definitely change. Obviously, my boyfriend is going to start applying to residency soon, so we might be moving from Los Angeles. We'll see. It'll be interesting to see kind of where I go from here, but I'm definitely glad that I like gave this a shot. I was really on the border of like if I wanted to join a gym or not, or just keep doing Peloton. But I think overall it has made me stronger and healthier and like have a more healthy relationship with exercise. I do think that I was like exercising too much before and really like did not have good focus. So I definitely feel like joining a gym helped me a lot. So that's really all I had to say about like my gym update. I'm excited to see where I go from here. Let me know what your opinions are about gyms. I feel like a lot of my watchers have Peloton accounts, but it seems like some of you guys also have gyms. And I have gotten comments like saying, oh, are you gonna stop Peloton? And fortunately, I'm just on my mom's Peloton account because like she has the bike at home, so I could just like be on it and get a free subscription. But I honestly think that it is worth paying for. I do a lot of runs, I do stretches, I do foam rolling with it. Like I still think it has a lot of awesome content. It's nice to just like use the Peloton bike in my apartment building sometimes. I still really love Peloton. I'm just enjoying a new like way to exercise right now. So I hope you guys are staying safe, having an awesome week, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.